a committee and what's happening. And hopefully we'll have more discussions on this in the future.
Could I entertain a motion to extend the meeting, please?
So moved.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Hussein Berry, yes. Fadwa Hammoud.
Yes.
Mary Lane.
Yes.
Celia Nasser. Mary Petrikoff.
Yes.
James Thorpe.
Yes.
And Chair Michael Mead.
Here, I mean,
Unanimous.
yes. Slightly. The next item?
Next item is action to approve action items. At this time, the Secretary will call for a single action to approve all the action items on this agenda with the I messed up. Let me go back up a little bit. Are there any action items on this agenda which board members or the President wish to discuss and vote on separately? If there are, we will exclude from these actions below. Dr. Mead, Chair Mead, I understand we are tabling number 10, Board of Trustees policy update. So number 10 is being tabled.
That is correct.
I personally would like number 9 pulled and roll call vote. Any others?
Hearing none.
Okay. Recommended action, move to approve action items numbered 1 through 8 as recommended on this agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous.
Okay.
Next item, we want to do number 9.
Going to number 9, tuition rates for 2018-2019, effective fall of 2018. Recommended action, move to approve the tuition rates for 2018-2019, effective fall of 2018, as presented in Board Report 4418 at the February 19th, 2018 Board of Trustees meeting.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
Dr. Mead, I know at the last meeting we discussed it was only a $3 increase. I know it was last time it was a $4 or $5 increase per credit, and before that it was $5. But just as recent as March of 2013, we were at $75 a credit hour. I know that's not something we do lightly. I've heard many different meetings where, board members are approving this and just actually hesitating to approve it, but we do approve it anyways. But to increase $24 per credit hour, and I don't think, me personally, I don't think we've seen a reason why we needed the increase.
Did you mean $24 a credit hour?
Since March of 2013.
Thank you.
Since,
Okay.
I know it was
Okay.
discussed last time, it was only $3,
Okay.
what have you.
No, I just-
$24 in just the last few years, that's a big jump. For the last few years, I've been hearing nothing but great things coming out of this institution financially. I know since I've gotten on the board, every meeting, we go over the finances, and it seems to be, nothing but good news. Just to say we're one of the lowest, charging, community colleges, that we want to raise it. I'm not okay with that.
Any other discussion?
I'm going to agree with Trustee Berry. I think we're in such a good financial standings that an additional, I think it was $400,000 that would be coming in as minuscule compared to the $35 million that we have already in our budget that we have on hand.
So what
Thank
you're
you.
asking for is justification for that you didn't hear in February?
We didn't get any
We didn't get
justification
it.
for the $400,000.
We did not get anything.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
you're
so
asking
the-
for justification
In
that
my
you
mind,
didn't
I
hear
walked
in
away last
February.
meeting that, we're out of the 28, we're number 26, and that doesn't justify raising tuition.
Yes, of
Well, I
course.
thought I made point of that last month, that the fact that state appropriations are going to be a 0% increase for the coming year, and state property tax, or local property taxes will be going down compared to last year due to the personal property tax loss, And there's no guarantee on the personal property tax making up the entire difference for the coming year. So those three items alone have a significant effect on our revenues for coming forth next year. And I just wanted to make a point, too, that fiscal year 2012, the tuition was $75 a credit hour. It went up in fiscal year 2013 to $82. Then it went to $87 in 2014, stayed at $87 in 15, went to $92 in 16, $93 in 17, and last year it went to $96. So we're asking for it to be at $99, which is $17 difference over a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fiscal year basis. So out of those 7 years, 2 years we kept it the same, and 1 year we only raised it $1.
There's also the issue that we have no predictability of our enrollment. And the enrollment of the students is what pays our bills. Isn't it about 55% of our budget is determined by tuition? And it's a difficult situation when the state is not helping us, and we are going to have a decrease in the amount of money coming to us from local taxpayers. So it is a very difficult situation to predict. If we have 800 fewer students, we'll be in a lot of trouble. So I think I'm one in favor of increasing the tuition.
I'm having a problem with that. I mean, yeah, we can't predict enrollment. You know, we want enrollment to increase, but we're raising tuition. Honestly and personally, I'm having a problem with that. I mean, the headlines, if we go ahead and approve this, the headlines tomorrow is going to read, again, Henry Ford College raises tuition.
Yeah. Trustee Petlicoff?
Well, a couple of things. One, I wish these questions had been asked last month so that we could have had some time rather than waiting until it was on the agenda. But that being said, what is our percent of our fund balance, our rainy day fund, so to speak, that people, are we at 10%, 15% of?
Our general fund is right around 13% right now, total-wise, and our target is to be between 15 and 20, and also the overall is to be between 15 and 20. The general fund is to be between anywhere from 8 to 12%. So we're just, this last go-around, hit our lower end for our general fund. For our total funds, we're a little over 16 million. We're expecting to be between at least at 20% for all of our funds. So that puts us right at the bottom end of the 20%. I think that's in that chart. I don't have it with me, but I brought that chart to show you the two shaded areas that we had within our fund balance reserves.
Well, then moving forward, if this were not to pass, for whatever reason, what do you predict in the best-case scenario that we would be facing come fall if our student count, our head count, is at the predicted levels?
If this is not approved and doesn't go forward, instead of me bringing you a budget in 2 months that's pretty close to break even, it's going to have a deficit in it. We're going to have to be doing some work over the next 2 months to eliminate expenses in order to get that budget balanced. Because again, the unpredictability of the state with zero state appropriation increase, and then in great economic times, I mind you, what are we going to do if it's bad economic times? I mean, I preach to what Lansing does to us continuously. If we're in such great economic times, why aren't things growing as they are, rather than keeping you at 0%? And like I said, the property tax, personal property tax, we don't have any control over that because the locally no longer have to pay the personal property tax. Our budget for next year for property tax is going to be down, and I forget what the percentage is. But personal property tax is no guarantee coming from the state statute, the way they're dealing with it right now.
Any other discussion? Are we ready for a roll call vote? Does anybody have anything else they want to say? Okay.
Hussein Berry, no. Fadwa Hamud,
Yes.
Mary Lane,
No.
Celia Nasser,
No.
Mary Petrikov,
Yes.
James Thorpe,
Yes.
Chair Mead.
Yes. What is that?
Yeah,
Very
great.
yes.
4-3.
It passes then. Next, item number 10.
Number 10, we're tabling the Chair Mead.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
tabled, excuse me.
Board of,
Next item then.
Board of Trustees Business, acknowledgement of correspondence.
I'm going to, I attended the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce lunch last week, and they gave us an award for 80 years of service to the community for Henry Ford College, as well as the MTech building for 20 years. So I'll give these to you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Next,
Board committee reports? Do we
Anybody?
have any?
nope.
Requests for information and/or future agenda items?
Trustee Lane?
I'd like to know where the videos are going to be kept, if those are online on YouTube, or where we'll be able to where everyone will be able to access the videos of the college. I know at the P12 it's on YouTube, so if we could get that information.
Yeah, we've just started recording them. Right now, they're in the archival place. I'm trying to figure out how to make them small enough to post it at the moment. Actually, I don't have a staff member who does that sort of work, so I'm figuring it out. And we have 2 months, and we'll...
Don't reinvent the wheel. Why don't you just contact P12, Eric Sigfrey?
They've cut them, they've shortened them, so there's multiple parts. So
Yeah,
that way they're
oh,
less-
okay, so they just posted it.
So, yep, that's it. Part 1, 2, 3.
So you don't have to zip them or anything, just put them up.
All right.
That would be really useful.
Thank you. Any other requests for information? Next item, please.
Board member commentary?
Yes.
Real
Trustee
quick, I
Barry.
made a comment earlier that, I'm kind of greedy when it comes to Dearborn students. Trust me, all 7 of us here really care about every student at this college and their success, and we care about the faculty at this institution. I just wanted to clear that up. After I said that, I'm like, I got my Henry Ford College hat right now. I had to be careful, so that's it.
All right.
I do have
Yes,
something.
Trustee Hamud.
I know Janice is here, and Janice was part of a leadership course program that specifically studied the tuition issue and the effect that it has on students and on the institution. And I know that she worked really hard, and they came to some conclusions. And I think that those would be beneficial for you to share with us at some point as to the findings. I know what the findings were, but I think it would be important maybe to share with everyone what you learned as to the effects of higher tuitions at communities, college institutions.
And I'd love to hear if there are any recommendations for how we will keep tuition affordable in the future. I don't know whether that was discussed, but that's
I agree.
a great concern.
Maybe that should have been one of our questions for the,
Well, I will
College.
remind you, I have brought it up before.
yeah, oh, I know, but
I
for
mean,
our future president.
Yeah, well, there's,
yeah.
oh, okay, great question then. Unfortunately, Mr. Chevron's.
Yeah. Somehow we'll work that into a follow-up question.
Oh, okay, good, so good, thank you.
College affordability, that's an important piece of the puzzle.
His name is Mr. Chevron.
Chevron?
And I've
sorry.
I've made that mistake already
Oh, okay.
6 times.
Pardon me.
Can you say my name?
Petlicoff.
Very good.
That only took 3 years. Trustee Hamud, would you explain to everybody this honor of going to Harvard?
Of course. So I got accepted into a program over at Harvard Business School, and it's what they do is they take a cohort of different people from different states, and 10 were chosen from Michigan, and I was one of them. It's always been a dream of mine to go there, but it really is an honor to represent the community at large and everything that we've learned here, to sit down on the table with people from all over the country to kind of try to tackle issues that the country as a whole is facing, and how can we overcome these issues, starting in our own communities and as a whole. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. And I know that my service on this board truly helped me in being selected. So I'm very thankful, but thank you.
Yeah, well, we're very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Future next item, please.
Did you want to read them?
No, I don't.
Future meeting dates,
Printing's too small.
Monday, March 26, 2018, Henry Ford College Special Board of Trustees meeting, 5 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the Rosno Boardroom. Tuesday, March 27, 2018, Henry Ford College Special Board of Trustees meeting, 5 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the Rosno Boardroom. Wednesday, March 28, 2018, Henry Ford College Special Board of Trustees meeting, 5 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the Rosno Boardroom. Tuesday, that's Tuesday, April 10th, 2018, P through 12 Board of Education meeting, 7 p.m. at the Administrative Service Center in the Frank Frenchy Boardroom. Monday, April 16th, 2018, Henry Ford College Board of Trustees Policy Committee meeting, 6:30 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the President's Conference Room. And Monday, April 16th, 2018, Henry Ford College Board of Trustees meeting, 7 p.m. at the Henry Ford College Administrative Services and Conference Center in the Rosno Boardroom.
We are adjourned.
Just made it.
Oh, great.
It looks like hush money.